time, when Ventura was a professor at Harvard, a visiting professor, a visiting scholar. See how they work? See, I mean, just everything's a lie. Oh, Ventura claims the Gulf of Tonkin was staged. No, Ventura doesn't claim that. What next are you going to say? That's a lie? Well, you did, basically. Perhaps what Ventura is missing is there is probably more incontrovertible evidence and more witnesses who have already established what happened on September 11th than most major historical events. Oh, so he says we have the majority of paid-off media that agrees with us. To dispute the conventional historical account is intellectually dishonest and nonsensical. So he's saying Ventura's dishonest. This guy just implied Gulf of Tonkin wasn't staged. We'll be right back.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
What's your home worth? How can you compare local real estate agents? And how do you get MLS listings for the entire country? If you're thinking of buying a home to take advantage of a tax credit or selling your house, you first need to see an incredible website called HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com will help you find a realtor to buy or sell a home. It's so easy, and best of all, it's free. At HomeGain.com, you can compare realtors anonymously, receive customized proposals, see consumer reviews, then select the best realtor for you. Go to HomeGain.com and get an instant home value estimate, view comparable homes, and check out street views. HomeGain.com has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and contains a wealth of information, like their home improvement tool that helps you determine which home improvements to make to increase your home's value. See the top 12 home improvements right now at HomeGain.com. That's HomeGain.com. Look for Max, the orange HomeGain gorilla, to help you find a realtor or with any other real estate needs you might have at HomeGain.com, your real estate connection.
Originally, we the people have entrusted government to be the guardians of currency, to ensure purity, content, weights, and measures of gold and silver coins citizens would use for commerce. This reinstalled confidence after the demise of the fiat continental system, wisdom being lost with time. The government we once entrusted to protect from counterfeit has colluded with private business, creating the largest fiat counterfeiting scheme our country ever experienced. This is not only a transfer of power to an institution that is not accountable to our elected government, but has also caused the dollar to lose more than 90 cents of its original value. Now, foreign governments are trying to divest themselves from this once world reserve currency. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I'm offering a book that explains how the system works. Call me today at 800-686-2237. I will give you a silver dollar free just for purchasing the book. Call today at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
You worry. You see the signs and worry about the future. You worry about economic turmoil and food shortages. How to be prepared while preserving your sanity. Your answer may be at hand. Author Linda Runyon lived off the land, isolated from civilization. She knows that as long as the sun shines, there will be plenty of free food all over God's green earth. Perhaps the only sane insurance is knowledge of wild edible plants. The cost of learning is minimal. Wild food grows everywhere, and you will see it everywhere. It's every bit organic and more nutritious than our modern diets. Well respected in her field, Linda's approach to teaching this subject includes books, flashcards, and video with an emphasis on health, safety, practicality, and joy. Learn how to identify it, where and when to find it, how to prepare, use, and store it. Go to Linda's website, ofthefield.com, and take advantage of special offers. Or if you're not online, call her 24-hour toll-free order line at 888-51-EAT-FREE. That number again, 888-51-EAT-FREE. A little knowledge makes starvation impossible.
We don't need no education.
We don't need any thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom.
We don't need no thought control.
So, Jeffrey Scott Shapiro continues. Then I'm going to get into all the evidence. The most important info is coming up. He says that you cannot dispute the historical account. It is intellectually dishonest and nonsensical. And then his proof that it's dishonest is to confirm what we saw on television and heard on the radio and what the police were told. We're not saying the police were involved. They were told, oh, we're going to blow it up. We're going to blow up Building 7. And then they deny they ever said this when it's on record. And that's coming up. He says, I know this because I was working as a journalist for Garnet News at Ground Zero that day, and I remember very clearly what I saw and heard. And then what he saw and heard confirms what we're saying, but they turn it around. By the way, I've confirmed from the transcript that 2 days ago, Limbaugh basically covered our, and he's covered our PrisonPlanet.com articles before with credit. He didn't give credit, where we pointed out that they've killed the number 1 and 2 guys in Al-Qaeda 5 times each and never retracted the last time they supposedly killed them in Iraq. And Limbaugh just said, folks, the media is lying to you. Why are they saying they've killed certain leaders, in one case 14 times, and then never retract the last time they said they killed them? They do that to just practice the lie, just test the media, just train. It's kind of like Fox News said Monday, Osama bin Laden had a Facebook account. And then the next line said, or someone posing as him. And then they admitted it wasn't him. They knew it wasn't him. They usually say, oh, Osama admits he did 9/11. Look, it was in an email. Oh, look, there's an audio tape that it turns out it's fake. They do voice print, it's not him. They just lie. So here's this guy's evidence that we're making it up that they blew up Building 7. And his evidence is they had a big discussion in front of him about blowing it up. That's like saying, oh, you're discredited. No one saw men at the grassy knoll shooting at Kennedy. There were only 50 plus of them that said it. You got all the witnesses going, yeah, there were men right there. The motorcycle cop, everybody said, yeah, till they were told to shut up. And then, our proof is that we saw. I mean, he's basically saying, I saw the man at the grassy knoll shoot too. That disproves it. I mean, this is the equivalent. He says, although I arrived at Ground Zero shortly after the Twin Towers fell, I was in the danger zone created by Building 7. Oh, he was in danger. From the moment it collapsed in the afternoon, and the event is one of the key cornerstones of the 9/11 conspiracy theory. Governor Ventura and many 9/11 truthers allege that government explosives caused the afternoon collapse of Building 7. This is false. Oh, he just says so. I know this because I remember watching all 47 stories of Building 7 suddenly and silently crumble before my eyes. We've got all the police tapes, videos. You can hear. And in fact, I want Watson, he only put 2 videos of that up. I want to add, there's a bunch of audio tapes off the police radios and CBS radio and others where people were saying boom, boom. And I've interviewed the witnesses. They were like, boom, 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 boom. But these camera views are about 400 yards back, and you hear them. And then it's amazing. But he says it was silent. Building 7 silently fell. It was silent. He says, this is false. I know this because I remember watching all 47 stories of Building 7 suddenly and silently crumble before my eyes. Talk about somebody who's delusional. Shortly before the building collapsed, several NYPD officers and Con Edison, that's the power company, workers told me that Larry Silverstein, the property developer of One World Financial Center, was on the phone with his insurance carrier to see if they could authorize the controlled demolition of the building since its foundation was already unstable and expected to fall. So there's the lie. No modern steel building had fallen from fire. 3 do it that day. Building 7 not hit by an aircraft. So he just weaves disinfo in together here and just calmly slips in Silverstein's on the phone as if they could go into a supposedly, terminal building and wire it. And then we have Silverstein separately saying, we went in and wired it and blew it up and gave the order and watched it come down. And then he said, well, that's not what I meant by that. But here's another witness saying, oh, I talked to cops and the power company that was based right there and everybody about bringing it down. That's how he discredits us, saying they were talking about blowing it up and clearly did, is admitting it. A controlled demolition would have minimized the damage caused by the building's imminent collapse, which it fell perfectly in its own footprint, a beautiful controlled demolition, and potentially save lives. See, the same Silverstein line. Why he says he did pull it. Many law enforcement personnel, firefighters, and other journalists were aware of this possible option. Well, yeah, it was on the news, but then you said we never heard that. There was no secret. There was no conspiracy, because it was right out in the open. But how do you wire a building? And then why do you now lie and say it wasn't wired? Why does Silverstein do that? We'll come back, finish up with this, then get into our key article, Bombshell, Silverstein wanted to demolish building on 9/11. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the